Hi everyone, my name is Cassandra and I'm from Real Stuff Matters. So I just did my first virtual online English tutoring class and it was well received by the students and by the parents. I received a couple of phone calls, messages after the class had finished, and it was really amazing to kind of get that feedback because I was actually surprised myself. I didn't really think that it was going to be something that was really needed. I knew that it was kind of, a want or a desire or just a personal thing that some families may have wanted for their children, but I really did feel that sense of need and necessity, especially during this time and during the pandemic. I was really excited to run this online virtual class because I really did miss teaching face-to-face. I was doing a lot of English tutoring, obviously over the last couple of years, and to kind of put that on hold because of the pandemic, I was a bit, discouraged and disheartened when I found out that I couldn't teach my students, and obviously there was a hold, and then that hold prolonged, and then it became 3 months, 4 months, 5 months. So it was a bit difficult to kind of obviously accept, but what this online virtual learning has done for me is that it's encouraged me to kind of get myself back out there in a way where I can reach parents and families during this lockdown period. This has really forced me to change the way that I actually conduct my service, which is English learning, motivation in learning, and just overall encouragement. What I love about online virtual learning is that it's live. I actually thought that learning online and making it kind of like a new way of learning and kind of a normality would have impacted the way that we do learn. But what I have found out of the online classes that I do run is that I find that it's actually a way for some students who may otherwise be timid and shy to kind of come forward and actually express themselves through standing up and obviously putting up their hand and actually communicating and asking questions in this online format, because sometimes when you're in a face-to-face classroom environment, they may otherwise be a bit shy to really express their opinions and their responses. So it is a different style of learning, but it does really open up a different type of thinking and a different way of adaptation. We're really adapting to change, and I actually thought that it would inhibit them from actually learning or decrease their level of motivation that they have. But just seeing the students all online, writing notes down, writing responses in the chat room, you're actually kind of surprised in how technologically knowledgeable these students are. They're just all over it. They know how to use the software, they know how to use the application, and probably even better than myself. Some of the things that we did cover in the online virtual class were English analysis. We learnt some new words, we learnt some new vocabulary, we learnt how to interchange words from basic to more complex, and we learnt how to construct our words and our thoughts into a formal piece of writing. I saw some siblings taking notes with one another, especially sitting in front of the screen, so that was really, really exciting and very heartwarming to see. One of the things that I loved about how the class ran was that I was able to kind of come up with a blank canvas where I kind of reached out and asked them questions, and then I showed them how to write it. So they were able to see the thoughts of what they were saying and what I was guiding them to say in a written form, and they were able to write that down. So it was exciting to see them take those notes, see how I was writing it in front of them and typing it out, and them taking those notes and asking questions on certain vocabulary, certain words that may otherwise be complex. It was really exciting to see that. I even gave homework, I even gave summary notes, and I encouraged the families to obviously make sure that they fulfill those and they can look back on that content. So it was a great session, and I'm just really excited to do more in the future and obviously do more classes that are going to come up. So thank you. If you haven't tried tutoring before and you're wanting to give it a go, just obviously reach out and obviously try and see if it's something that will work with your child, especially during this season that we're in and especially during this year. We don't know how long until things actually go back to normal. So this is a great opportunity and something that we can use now in order to see if it helps our children learn. We'll be providing obviously the right resources, the tools that they need to be able to learn this. So all of these things are developed and given into a format of a PDF pack, which I submit and send to the parents at the end